So this is a problem from Delta Math that covers an oblique triangle given side-side angle measurements, specifically the ambiguous case. So you have a triangle IJK given these three measurements, and you are asked to find all possible values of angle J. Well, the reason being, what they mean for all possible values is because since we're given a side, and an angle, you cannot guarantee that you have 0 triangles, 1 triangle, or 2 triangles. So the first step you would want to do is you want to draw a triangle with the measurements provided to you on this triangle. So what I typically would do is I would establish the given angle first, so angle I with the measurement of 22 degrees. The side I is opposite from it on the triangle, so 8.3. And then the side J can go in between either one. We'll put it on the top left over here, so J equals 8.6. Now, specifically, we're asked to find all the possible values of angle J, so that's what we're going to focus on. Well, when you're solving these problems in general, the first step you always want to do is you find the angle opposite from the side that you're given that is not a complete pair. So we set up our law of sines. J is what we're looking for, so sine J over 8.6 is equal to the complete pair of the sine of 22 over 8.3. You solve this problem, you multiply 8.6 on both sides. So what you would do is you would type this in your Desmos to get the calculation, and you get this decimal number. Now make sure that you don't round it in the middle of the problem. You don't round until you get to the final result of what you're looking for. Going back to our problem, J is still stuck in some sine function, so that means we have to apply the inverse sine function. So all that means is you put the entire decimal number inside the inverse sine, and you finally get 22.839, and in the direction that it tells us to round to the nearest tenth of a degree. So we're going to get 22.8. There we go. Now, that's one of our possible angles. If there were no angles, or I should say, if there were no triangles to this problem, this would not have been possible. You would have gotten an undefined message, and if you got that, then you can go ahead and immediately say there was no solution to this problem. However, because we have at least one, we know one of the answers, and there possibly might be a second one. So scroll down, and this is where, if you are in my class and you have the document, you would have seen these are the steps that you applied to figure out and solve the rest of the measurements by applying steps 2 and 3, where you find the third angle, then use the law of sines to find the third side. However, you can skip steps 2 and 3 because you're not asked to solve or find the remaining measurements for angle K and side K. Even if you did, it does not help you find the second possible angle for the second possible triangle. So what I'll do is I'll first establish that this is now J is equal to 22.8 degrees. Why did I not put it inside the triangle? Don't ask that question, it's okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a second triangle. Oops. Don't mind that though. Alright, here's the second triangle, 8.6, 8.3, 22, and now we have a second J to find. Well, this is where step 4 comes into play, and you find the supplement to that angle you found from the original one. So 180 minus 22.8, and you get 157.2. The new possible angle J for the second triangle. Now, the question is that true? Well, to check if that works or not, is you apply step 2 to this now. Now you have to apply step 2 to this second triangle to check to see if it works or not. And if you use the angle sum theorem to find this last angle, this is what you find to check to see if it works or not. If the last angle is positive, then it works. If the last angle is negative, then it is false. So use the angle sum theorem. So we're finding our angle K for the second triangle. So 180 minus 22 from the given measurement and minus 157.2 from the supplement of the new angle J, and we got 0.8, which is positive. So because it is positive, that means 157.2 is true. So that means that is our second answer. So our two solutions to this problem is 22.8 and 157.2. Maybe go to delta math, ignoring the answer. Sorry about that. Scroll down and you first type in 22.8. If you want to type in the second answer, though, you click on this plus one over here, and that allows you to type in the second answer. And the second answer we said was 157.2. Submit an answer, and we got the solution correct. And that is how you do those problems. Now, going back to this problem, though, if you did successfully find the first angle, and you wanted to find the second angle, and you found this number, if your last angle, if you applied step 2 to check to see if it worked or not, and your last angle was negative, then it is false, and you would have only applied the first angle, and that would have been an example where only one angle would have been a solution to this problem. Again, and if you got undefined earlier, then it would have been no solution, but this is an example where you have both solutions.